Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay, first of all, good morning all. Good morning viewers. First of all, I would like to thanks to Mem Anas to see our group project. Right now we would like to discussion our layout design and cost calculation. And then next, before going any further, we would like to introduce ourselves first. I'm Ahmad Jafar and my friend.
Muhammad Sar Al-Jufari.
Lilisya Ningsih.
Indona Lurita.
And I'm Ahmad Jamil Bafadal.
Okay, next this is our table of content that we want to discuss right now. The first is layout design, and then the second is calculation. Okay, the first we discuss about layout design for whole factory and office. For the whole factory and office, we need to identify the generating initial layout using the ALDEP algorithm, and then the second is the block plan 90 is used to generating the alternative layout 1, 2, and 3. Next, this is our layout design for whole factory. Input for the left is the ARC of the whole factory, and then the right is the space requirement of the factory. After we input all the data using ALDEP, so we get the initial layout data for the ALDEP algorithm with the closeness rating 804, and then the next we generating layout using the block plan 90 for the alternative layout 1, layout 2, and then the layout T. This is the result. And then next is the layout evaluation. After we generating 3 layout alternative, we evaluate our generation layout. On here, based on the result, the best layout that we choose is the layout 2 because the adjective score is 0.70, which is greater than the other. Next, this is the best layout that we choose for layout 2, and then this is the detailed information for the centroid and length and also width of each department. Next, layout design for whole factory. This is the final AAD, activity allocation diagram, for the whole factory. Next is the layout design for office. This is the input of the ARC office on the left, and then on the right is the input of the space requirement of the office. Next, after we input ARC and the space requirement, so we got the result of the initial layout using the ALDEP with the closeness rating is 1270. Next, after we generating initial layout, we generate layout using the block plan 90 for the alternative layout 1, 2, and 3, and this is the result. And then after we generating 3 generation layout, we evaluate our generation layout. On here, based on the result, as we can see, the layout 2 is the best one because 0.65 the adjective score, which is the greater than the other. Next is the best layout of the layout 2 for the office, our office, and then this is the detailed information for centroid and the length and width each department. Next, this is our final AAD with the scale 1 divided by 10. Next, this is we want to discuss about layout design for production floor. For the production floor layout design, we use the Craft algorithm on add-ins in Excel. This is the example of the result of the generating layout of algorithm Craft. Next, for this algorithm, we need input from to chart from our project before. This is our prompt to chart for production floor, and then next is the space requirement of the production floor. This is our space requirement for our production floor, and then next is the layout data input in our Craft algorithm. This is the problem name. The number department is 14, and then the fixed point is not setting. And then next is facility information. We input the scale of our result we need. This is the length is 10, and then the width is 16, with the area of square is 116. Next, this is department information that input from our space requirement on here. This is storage until the spray booth, and input the area also, and then the round up the cell. And the next, this is our Craft setting for our Craft algorithm. The method is sequence, the layout is ACL, and the field department is no, and then the measurement is rectilinear, and then the number ISO is 16, and the depth width is 1. Next is generating layout, initial layout. This is the result of the initial layout using algorithm of Craft. And then next is our iteration layout with switching the department 14 and 11. So we got the cost is 10,000 on here, and the next iteration is iteration 2 with switching department 9 and department 8 on here. So we got decreasing our cost is 9,200, and then the iteration 3, or we can say this is our final iteration of the Craft algorithm. We switching our department 4 and department 2. So the cost decrease into the 9,057. And then next, this is our comparison cost of each layout. On here, as we can see, the decreasing score of every switch action from iteration 1 until iteration 3, and then the total cost that we save is 3,024.83. So next, this is our base layout design for production floor, which is the third iteration or final iteration, and then this is the detailed information of the centroid and X centroid and Y centroid to use for calculating machine handling cost and material handling cost. Next, this is the template design whole factory. Okay, on here our template design using .pco whole factory. On here we can see this is divided into the three part. On the first is on the top. This is the loading dock area, loading unloading area, and then parking truck area, and then the office area. And then the center dock, and then the center, this is the warehouse on the left, and on here is the storage, and then on here is the green area, and then on here on the center of right is the locker room, and then the bottom last is on the right is the toilet, including in the production floor area on here, and then on here is the toilet for the staff, and I'm sorry, on here it's the toilet for the operator ya, in the production floor, and also this is the canteen, and on the right bottom is the motorcycle parking, and then this is the legend for production floor from the number 1 until the number 14. From the storage until the spray booth. And then next is the material flow will explained by Algi.
Okay, next is the material flow. As we can see, it is design production floor at the factory. Since the flow of material transfer paths from one machine to another's machine, material flow data is obtained from two charts sourced from the road sheet, and more clearly it can be seen on the MPPC. Next slide. Next is cost calculation of material handling cost. Next slide. On the left, we can see this our material handling cost. To conclude MHC, we need to data the data centroid from two chart: loading, unloading, material handling equipment, and the third layout iteration. From the calculation result, the total material handling cost per hours is 367,409. Next slide. Next slide is the material handling cost per production. Following the total material handling cost in the previous slide, we must compute the material handling cost per production. To be, we must compute material handling per unit per hours. We want to demand information from a previous project. Since the weekly demand of AGBB, AGB, and EGB is 119, 195, and 175 respectively. So demand per hours will be calculated by dividing the demand per week and the available hour in a week. So we got 99,493. Next slide.
For production cost calculation, direct labor and indirect works are two types of labor availability. As a result, the expenditure include divided into two categories: direct labor and indirect labor. The cost of direct labor compares the cost of paying the wage of worker on the factory floor, whereas indirect labor expense include the cost of paying the salaries of office workers. For direct labor, cost for operator, the cost associated with paying the direct labor which are listed in the table above. The table above include operator information as well as the number of operator recruited for each department. It also display our salary per day, total salary per day, and total salary per hours. The direct labor cost per hours for our firm is 1,960,000. Next. Indirect labor cost for staff. Indirect labor, the position are shown in the full detail in the table above, along with the number of personnel recruited, each employee comparison, and the salary for each post. The hourly cost of paying an indirect employee salary is 1,292,000. We can quantify the amount of labor expense incurred in this frame offer. We identify the direct and indirect labor cost. The cost of running this business is 3,252,000 per hours. Next.
Next is direct material cost for engine gondola booster. This table will show a pricing breakdown for each component of the direct material AGV. Its comprised component and material names, after which we compute the unit per hour and multiply it by the price per unit to get the total cost per hour. Next is indirect material cost calculation for AGV. This table includes a pricing breakdown for each component of the indirect material AGV. It comprises component and material names, after which we compute the unit per hour and multiply it by the price per unit to get the total cost per hour.
Next slide is the direct material cost. We can see for the product direct material cost calculation in here. For the EGBB, we got 6,940, and for the EGB 5,472, and for the ABB is 5,618. Next slide. Next slide is the indirect material cost. From the previous slide, we got the indirect material cost calculation. For the EGBB, we got 144,332, and for the EGB 180,000 and 249, and for the EBB 108,249. Next slide.
Okay, so the investment will be divided into two sections. The first will be about machinery, which is mainly for the factory floor. And the second will be the equipment and facilities for the office. The first one is the machines needed to make the products. It also includes any additional equipment required to support the process. The entire investment on the manufacturing floor is about 600 million, with a depreciation rate of 23,000 per hour. The depreciation per year is obtained by dividing total investment with depreciation year. Then to find the depreciation per hour is by dividing the results to total hour in year, which in this situation is 1,920. Next. And then for this part of the investment, we put everything together for the entire office. And the total investment is about 115 million with depreciation rate of 11,000 per hour. Next. Other expense costs will be accumulated in our rate. The details of cost list shown on the table. In this case, we are calculating the expenses per month and per hour. In 1 year, we suppose there are 12 months, and in 1 month, there are 20 days works, and in a day, there are 8 hours. And the result of other expenses in cost per hour is about 270,000. Next. Then for total electricity cost in the production flow and the whole factory are 102,000 for the whole for the production flow, and about 980,000 for the whole factory. Next. For this part, the cost split into two types of costs. First, direct cost. We have direct material, direct labor, and also the material handling cost. For the indirect cost, we have indirect material, indirect labor, depreciation, and other expenses. So after the calculation, the total for all of the parts is about 3 million rupiah. Next. So that's all from our group. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.